In the last session of Whispers in Time, our valiant band of heroes embarked on a daring quest to uncover the secrets hidden within the hallowed halls of the Basilica di Santa Cruz. Following in the footsteps of the recently reawakened Leonora Gray, they sought out the priest who aided her in concealing the elusive luminous lexicon, a tome of untold power coveted by the nefarious Borgia clan. Upon their arrival, however, they were met with a grisly sight: the lifeless and bloody body of the priest in his quarters, his key to the underground tunnels cruelly torn from his neck. Disturbed by this ominous omen, our heroes delved deeper into the mysteries of the basilica, facing a daunting puzzle that barred their path, a mosaic of ancient tiles holding the key to unlocking the secrets below. With a little bit of cooperation, our heroes deciphered the cryptic puzzle and unlocked the hidden passage to the maze of catacombs beneath the church. Yet, to their dismay, they found themselves not alone in their quest. The Borgia, in league with a Templar knight and Vatican guards, had already descended into the depths, their eyes set upon the coveted tome. Undaunted by the odds that were stacked against them, our heroes embarked on a stealthy reconnaissance, silently thinning the ranks of their adversaries before confronting the Templar knight in a battle of steel. In a moment of triumph, they wrested vital information from the Templar. The fact that Ginocchio, the traitorous rogue who had betrayed Leonora and her family, looks like he might have done a double cross on the Templar himself. So, with the fate of the luminous lexicon hanging in the balance, our heroes have set their sights on their next target, the elusive Ginocchio, and the promise of vengeance that lay within their grasp. As the shadows lengthen and the echoes of their exploits fade into the night, the stage is set for another epic chapter in the chronicles of the Whispers of Time. So, we pretty much left it with you all in the basilica, in the tombs below. The information had come to you that Ginocchio had given the location of the luminous lexicon to the Knight Templar, and they were down there to retrieve it. And Leonora had slit his throat and said that I think the Thieves Guild was going to be the next target on your list of people to kill.
Yes. I mean, maybe they'll be cooperative. You never know. It might not come down to that.
You really
So,
think these people will be cooperative?
yeah. So we know that Ginocchio has kind of allied himself with with the Thieves Guild. But right now, it's a matter of how do you find him. So I'll kind of leave it up to you guys to kind of figure out what you want to do next, what steps you want to take.
What did we get from the Knight Templar? Before he died, we got some information. I forget exactly what he said to us.
It was essentially that he had seen Leonora, I think, looking for the tome. She had come back up to him and asking him, where is the book? And he admitted that at that time that he too was there looking for the book, that he had been told it was there by Ginocchio, and that he and they and you guys, he assumed that it was Ginocchio that had told you because he was not really aware of the fact that Leonora was back from the grave. And he just assumed that you all were also led astray by Ginocchio that it was supposed to be here and now it's not.
Okay. Well, what do we think?
Chris, Mike, I would probably know the most about the Thieves Guild, I would think, unless somebody else has some connections here. Correct.
I don't think I do.
No, I don't think I do as well.
I know people who might know people, but that'd be the closest thing I've got.
Mm-hmm.
I might have used to, but I think everybody I would have known would probably be dead.
So what do you think I know about the Thieves Guild?
Well, I
Want
would
me to
say
roll?
maybe roll a streetwise.
Okay.
Oh,
A whole lot of nothing.
so close to 19.
All right.
Oh, hold on a second. Actually, before we go any further, I do believe don't. Oh, wait a minute. No, is it at the start of? It's at the start of an adventure. Never mind. I was like, damn it! I've got to roll my portent die because I can change that.
You can do that, but I mean you can't do it now because he's already rolled. But I mean you can say that you're going to do it.
All right, let me go ahead and knock that out at least. I can
Does he
do
get
it,
it
but
at every
can't
dawn?
fix him.
It's supposed to be the start of every adventure.
Every
So
adventure.
this is a new adventure that we're on at this point.
Okay.
So
I see.
basically every session, he can do it.
Oh shit! Okay. It did that thing. I rolled 2 of them and it gave me I intended to do it where it rolls 2 individual dice. So that was my bad. All right, so we got a 9 and a
10. It looked like.
Well, it was a 10 plus a 2 because I rolled 2 of them together. So I don't know if it was a 10 and a 2 or which one of those I should use. You want me to use the 9 and the 10?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because
All right.
it was just a single die that went.
Oh, it was just
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. 'Cause on my screen, I asked it to do 2, but then it came up as 10 and then showed 12, so I was confused. We'll go with the 10 then. So 9 and 10. We'll take those.
Okay. If you want to make a streetwise roll, you said that you may know people that might know people.
I know a couple people who might know some people. Let me get her streetwise pulled up here.
Oh, well, that's a lot better.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind, you just as you're even thinking about it, is you're like, well, I know people that probably know people, and one people that I know that would know people would probably be Vittorio.
Yeah, that's it. That was the first person who came to mind. I was like, I really shouldn't involve a kid in this. The other person I know who just might know somebody, but I'm like, I don't want to get involved in this shit. So, so I kind of tell the group about this Borgia Palace Guard. I've had a what I've tried to keep as.
Wait a minute, Vittorio, I think, is the kid, right?
Oh, Vittorio is the kid. I actually got their names mixed up in my head there. I don't have my notes in front of me, so that was my bad. But you are correct. Vittorio is the kid. I got the 2 people's names mixed up. Thank you. 15 hours of sun exposure yesterday, I tell you. So yeah, I tell them about this kiddo that I know who is a bit of an orphan that runs around on the streets. He pops in, to the shop every once a couple of weeks or so to get a safe place to stay and a fresh meal, and just his running around on the street, the little thieving he does to stay alive. I'm betting that he at least may have a connection or know of someone that we could talk to who may know Ginocchio's whereabouts or someone who knows Ginocchio. So I could always put word out that I'm looking for him. He runs errands for me from time to time, so I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to get a hold of.
All right.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, let's try to track this kid down then.
Works for me.
So typically what I would probably do is just go back to the shop and ask any of the girls if they've seen him hanging around, because he's probably, you know, waiting for me if he has been. You know, if he hasn't been, for whatever reason, in the last few days, it would probably be putting word out with a couple of the street vendors in the area that I know and know well, who have seen the kid and probably don't like him, but also know that he's like, you know, he's not mine, but that I protect him, as it were. He's, you know, as long as he doesn't steal directly from, you know, this vendor and that vendor, you know, he may be a menace or a little nuisance, but, you know, people know he comes to me every so often. So I'll put the word out if, you know, that I'm looking for him, so he'll come to us if he's not been hanging around.
Okay. And your experience with him, any time I think that you want to put a word out for him, I mean, you have your channels, certainly.
Sure.
But there's always a rather high percentage of chance, probably, that if you even just went to the main marketplace with a little keen eye, he's sneaky, but he tends to normally hang around the marketplace because he's a pickpocket.
Yeah.
And
between clairvoyance and Saturn, I'll find him one way or the other, right? You know. But so yeah, we can definitely do, you know, head back to the market, you know, roundabouts daytime, and I'll start keeping an eye out for him. And, you know, what time? It's late at night when we've been in this temple, right?
No, actually, it was.
Or was it
it was just a little
daytime thing?
Yeah, it was afternoon.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
the church was just kind of breaking for lunch at the time that you guys had showed up. So it is
Perfect.
probably like maybe 1:30 or so in the afternoon.
It's a lot of killing for an hour and a half. That's good stuff.
Right?
Yeah. All right, then. Great. Yeah, we can head there now and keep an eye out for him. If you guys are in agreement.
Yeah, I'm just curious, Chris.
Mhm.
I have the itinerant background, so I kind of am a salesperson. Like that might be my current job, is selling wares, or at least working for someone selling wares. So would I be aware of maybe anywhere in the market where this might actually occur? Like, oh yeah, when they go, and like, would I be familiar with a pickpocket that
Sure.
of always around?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
There is, in the marketplace, it's a rather large area in central Florence. And Florence itself is just kind of a maze of streets and back alleys and larger like courtyards and roundabouts and stuff like that. So it's difficult to kind of traverse. Much easier if you are an assassin that's running across the rooftops.
I don't know who he's talking about.
But there is an area within the main marketplace that, number one, where the wealthy tend to kind of flock to. It's where some of the more fine clothing and jewelry and the like are located. And there's the one pathway that kind of cuts through one of the roads, narrows off, and it's a bit of a choke point. And there are several vendors, you know, that usually line that area. It's always very, very crowded. And that's always where folks find a purse missing. So yeah, that's probably a good point.
I would suggest that maybe we should start there, looking for the kiddo.
Yep. In fact, I'll suggest that I'll keep an eye out in the open, since he knows me. Like, if he sees me, we're good. But I can point out some of the alleyways I might be familiar with that I know he might take. I mean, we can station any one of us in here or there in case he goes running by after a nap or something.
All right. So, you guys are still at under the basilica. How do you guys want to get out and get where you're needing to go? And is there anything else you want to do in the meantime?
The funny question about that. How did we get in again?
Yeah, I think,
The puzzle.
how did the other people get in?
Through
Yeah,
the
that too.
door in the floor when the altar raised up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that whole puzzle thing. I forgot about that. Man. Oh, that was a trip.
Well, so we got down that way, but how did the other people get down?
Oh, good question.
Right.
I'm gonna pat down the Templar looking for the key.
You already got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Couldn't
had done
remember if we had
that. Yeah, at the very end. So you've got the medallion.
I'll pat him down looking for anything else that might be interesting as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna kind of search through the Papal Guards as well to see if anything they have anything interesting or.
Adelina just casually throws out. It'd be cool if we could check out that crypt that was back there, but something happened.
Yeah,
There was a big fancy sword in there.
There was a big fancy sword in there, yeah.
If anybody could use a sword.
I
Leonora,
have one, thank you.
Leonora says I could possibly use a sword.
Very nice sword.
Get out.
Show me. Please.
This is going on. Oswin will just go and search around for a physical exit somewhere.
I'm guessing I'm gonna have to help clear rubble, so I'll go with them back up there.
So, Dragon, you said that you might want that sword, correct?
Yes.
All right, let me see if I can pull something up for you here.
Sword game. I could definitely go for an upgrade.
Oh, there I am.
You have my rapier.
And my axe.
You
And
cannot
Oh,
have
twisted.
my head spuffer.
Isn't it?
All right, you should have in your inventory now a two-handed sword.
Okay.
Now, one thing that you're gonna probably need to kind of take a look at is bulk. That is really heavy, and it has a bulk of 3. And I probably need to look at the rules as far as how much shit you can actually carry.
I got anything that's that bulky. Bulky. The crossbow's 2.
Sword
So
for the lady.
thank you. Where does it show? I guess encumbrance.
Yeah.
Is that listed somewhere on my sheet?
Yeah, it's not, I don't think. I'm looking up the bulk rules right now. 138. So it is 5 plus your strength modifier.
Oh,
5 plus my strength modifier is
Mhm.
how much I can.
How much you can carry.
Okay,
Shit.
so mine's 7, I guess. Then I can carry 7 bulk.
Yep.
Okay,
good to know. Jeez.
Are you carrying too much stuff already?
No, I'm one away. So
So let's see here.
Oh, inventory. Okay.
How can you tell what something's bulk is? There it is. Okay, I see
yeah,
it.
you got it.
6.
I am missing it. How do you?
All right, so if you go to inventory
I'm in there.
and then click on each individual item, it pulls up all of its stats, and then
Yep.
bulk should be one of the last things on there.
Yep,
Got
yep.
it.
should we be adding equipment or clothing and gear?
I would say clothing, no.
Okay.
Gear, yes.
Even if it's armored clothing.
Well, armor is a whole different thing.
Okay.
And Oswin, you were saying you were going to kind of look around for a potential exit. There are a couple of other like doorways that kind of head down a few other paths. And I guess it really depends on how far away from the main group you want to get, but you could explore those if you wanted to.
I want to be within earshot.
So there's a door here, a door here that lead kind of up in a ramp, kind of in the same direction. Everything really kind of leads back to where you had come in originally. Now, this one here where you're at actually does kind of snake up and around and back to the spot where you guys had come down the spiral staircase. In the time that you guys have been down here, the spiral staircase has gone back up, down a little bit further. The staircase is there, but the passageway up is now blocked off. So that secret passage had closed.
Well, we gotta find a place now.
I was gonna say maybe there's a release mechanism from this side or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep my regular sword since it kind of has sentimental value instead of the two-handed sword.
Okay.
It's only a difference of like 2 damage. So.
Did I find anything of interest on Oswin?
On who?
It was Reynard.
On Reynard.
Yeah.
Other than a dagger and his arming sword, no.
Okay.
I mean, you find some coins on him.
What about over here?
This is another crypt
Mm-hmm.
over in here, so no exits in that area.
Is this a window or a door up here?
That was the door that Oswin had gone out to kind of search the tunnel there.
Okay.
That led him back to the secret passage.
Is there anything going on down here where I am? In these little
No, kind
things?
of a
Okay.
dead end. There's a couple of like little window like areas here, and you look out there and you can just see more of that pool of water that's beneath you.
Okay.
We can always go through the sewer. I mean, the water's got to come from somewhere.
I'd rather not.
And Oswin, make a maybe intelligence saving throw.
I was gonna say, can we do I guess an investigation to see if we can find maybe a mechanism on the side that would open it?
If you want to go back up towards the secret passage, yes.
Or are we just trying to get out a different way?
Well, it's up to you guys. Oswin, to answer you first, and that saving throw that you rolled. That instinct of that water's got to be coming from somewhere. If there is a passage out of here after having kind of gone through this main chamber, that would probably be about the only way potentially out of here without going back through the secret passage.
And the secret passage has closed.
It did, yes.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if somebody wants to run up there and see if they can open it up again.
Yeah, with that intelligence saving throw that you got as well, I think that probably triggers your intelligence basically just to say, well, okay, if they used the medallion as kind of the quick key to get down here, how long were they down here? And it must have closed in the meantime. Since it closed on you guys, then you had to solve the puzzle to open it up because you didn't have the quick key to get down. So there must be a timing mechanism probably on that. So if there is, and if somebody has the medallion, then you would think there would be a way to activate it potentially down here.
Yeah.
And if not, there's also probably a puzzle that might need to be solved if you don't have the medallion, but fortunately you do.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just head back up.
So Leonora, you said you were going to kind of check the tunnel.
Yes.
Okay. So you go back up while everybody else is kind of rooting around down here looking for maybe another passage out. And I'm going to have you make a either investigation or a perception check.
Investigation it is. There it is.
17. All right, and 21 with your pluses.
Yeah.
So with that, you do see at that spiral staircase, basically it kind of sunk down into the floor a little bit further. And on the wall off to the left, there is a stone that is part of the stonework in the wall. And within that, there's a circular indention that has the same kind of pattern that the medallion has.
Okay. I kind of called everybody. Uh, I found the key hole for the door. Bring the medallion. Let's get out of here.
And Elena's like, "Oh, thank goodness!" I was starting to get nervous, and she's already lifting her dress up over everything. Like, this place is gross. Let's get out of here.
All right, so you insert the medallion into the stone, and it pushes in, and you have to twist it. When you twist, then the stairs begin their ascension back up, and it pushes through, and you can see the light coming in from the basilica up above.
Let's move out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that.
Make sure I kind of make sure the place is still kind of empty and people haven't come back for church or whatever.
All right, so you kind of go up the spiral staircase, kind of take a little bit of a peek out, and are you being stealthy about it?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Try anyway.
At disadvantage.
Nope.
All of us, okay.
Just him,
Oh,
since he said he was doing it. Got a 9. Okay, so you kind of get up to the top.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a second. I did that thing again. It rolled a 12 and a something else, which is the disadvantage. Oh, you said disadvantage. That's why it was the 12 and the 9. Okay, that confused me because I was like, did it roll the 2d20 again and not do anything? But I get it now.
Yep.
That was my bad.
Okay, so you get up to the top of the steps, kind of take a little bit of a peek out, and you see as you're coming up, 2 priests that are just looking at the staircase now that has just appeared in the middle of the altar. And they see you and they're like, "Where did you come from? What is this?"
I say the gates of hell have opened. It is full, and now the dead rise. Repent, sinners, repent.
And they begin to cross themselves, and then they just back away, and one of the 2 of them just darts out the front doors, and the other one is just kind of cowering up near the pulpit and just constantly just crossing himself and saying a prayer in Latin.
Is he the only one that's in the room?
He is now the only one in the room. The other one is just
When
run
I
out
get
the
up-
front.
When I get up, I pull out Hezbollah
Oh, God.
and lighter.
All right, make an intimidation.
Oh God, we're going so hard.
You're lucky I don't have much intimidation. Oh, I don't know why I rolled 2. Okay.
Yeah, well, we'll take that. So he passes out. Just oh, and he's just gone.
I just kind of chuckle, be like, "All right, well, the closest here, guys." Kind of motion everybody.
Let's get out of here.
All right. So you guys head out and kind of keeping your heads low, I assume, as you're trying to get out of there.
I will put Hezbollah back in.
You hear the shouts of the priest that ran out, shouting that demons are crawling up from the abyss, and bells are now ringing in the churchyard. Ding, 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 ding. Warning bells, letting them know that the time of revelation is once again at hand.
Woohoo!
Oh, good. We've caused a scene.
Leonora is just kind of giggling the whole time.
On his way out, Oswin will clean his blade on the one who passed out. He'll just clean it on his frock or whatever.
Okay. So he'll wake up with all this blood
Exactly, exactly.
All right, so you guys make your way out of there and start heading back, I guess, down towards the marketplace then. Is that the plan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll look for Vittorio.
So once you get into the marketplace, Oswin has told you about that little choke point, and you're easily can kind of find that little area. When you get there, I will have Madalena go ahead and make either a perception or streetwise roll.
I would also like to activate Eagle Vision.
Gotcha.
And thinking that he would show up in white.
Okay.
And I activated it successfully.
All right. And
also seeing if there's anybody in red around that I need to know about.
all right. Did you roll, Frick?
Oh, no. I may have missed it. I got my phone started ringing. I had to shut it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, either make a streetwise or perception check.
No, one's +4. My bad. There we go.
Okay, so Clint, with the Eagle Vision, what does white denote?
White denotes anybody that it denotes a hiding spot or anybody that has information.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then red is anybody that is a baddie.
Okay, so no red glows in the areas.
And then gold indicates targets or objects of interest.
Okay, so no red glows in the area, so you're safe at least for the moment. But you do, you see Madalena kind of looking through the crowd and just kind of discreetly trying to pinpoint perhaps where he might be. You very clearly see a little white speck that's kind of darting through the crowd, and he will stop and pause for a moment, lean up against a building or lean up against a kiosk of some sort, and then he will make a beeline into the crowd and then go off to another side and kind of just repeat this little process over and over again.
Gotcha. I'll turn to Magdalena and go, pardon me for a second. I shall be back with him in a moment.
She reaches out and grabs him, and she says, please don't scare him.
I won't hurt him.
Madalena just sighs and puffs. She knows there's this probably, she says, maybe I should, and then just lets it go.
Oh, well, he's right over there if you want to. I point to where he is. He's right over there.
I'm affable. I can go do it.
And
Literally, I'm affable.
She turns
One
and
of my
she's like,
talents.
if you see him, why didn't you say... Never mind. And then she walks off to where he pointed and then snaps and kind of sharply says, so she knows her voice is heard above the crowd and he'll recognize it and just calls his name.
All right, so you call his name and he perks up like a little Labrador retriever, just and immediately disappears, just and just darts back into one of the little alleys off to the side.
And this is why I should have
got
him.
I turn exasperated again and I go, Silvestro!
Well, that went well.
Is he still within 60 feet of me?
Yeah.
Okay. You said he went down an alley, though?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can I get up onto the roof above where he is?
I would imagine you could, yeah.
I will be right back. So my plan is to go up on the roof and then jump down on him and grab him.
Okay. And I assume you're going stealthy, right?
Yeah. I will activate the environmental blending so that I will. Well, I'll be up on a roof, so that doesn't matter. That's stupid to do that, but yeah.
I think. Don't you have to be still for that?
No, I can hide in a group as well.
But you have to be either standing still, sitting, or within a group, and if that group is moving, you can move with the group.
Sorry.
But that's not something that you would be able to do on top of a building.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was saying, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that being the case, then you just need to roll a stealth.
Gotcha.
No, he got the 10. He got a 10.
He got a 10.
He got a 10.
You're going to burn that now. Okay, that's fine. You can burn that now.
What's a 9 and a 10?
Bloody hell is going on tonight?
I'm certainly not wasting it on not ones. So it's a 9 and a 10. What am I going to do? Change it to 20?
All right. So you're giving them the 10?
Yeah.
All right. So whatever your bonus is for your stealth.
That makes it a 14.
14. Okay. And that is just enough for you to sneak up on this tiny little 12-year-old street urchin. Yeah.
Here's the deal. If he falls or something with a 1, I don't want to suffer those consequences. I'm not sure what kind of mood you're in tonight.
It's a zombie Jesus day. I'm really happy.
I'm saying.
I'll jump. So basically, I'll land beside him, grab him by the nape of his neck, and go, Vittorio.
And he just starts wiggling, like, get off me, just put me down. I didn't do anything. I didn't take anything. It's not me. I didn't do it.
Shh. We are not here to hurt you or harm you, but you should learn when a woman calls your name, you respond. And I drag him over towards Magdalena.
And it doesn't take long because I've been trying to push my way through the crowd toward where I saw him go while this was going on. So we kind of meet in the middle. And I'm like, you run away from me?
Like, you called my name out in public. I didn't know what to do. Don't call my name in public. It's
important. Do you you think I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't important?
Well,
it's fine. Well, all you had to...
Hey, both of you. Let's go somewhere a little bit more private. Then I turn around and drag down the alley.
I kind of follow along, and I'm like, listen, no arguing.
I'm not
all
arguing.
You had to
I'm
do...
just saying that you blew my cover.
What? Please. Your cover's been blown by me before, and where did that almost end you up at, huh? Now, listen to me.
In jail.
Exactly, and you're not there now, thanks to me. Now listen, we need some information, my friends and I, and you're just the person to help. But I don't want you getting in any kind of trouble, so if it's better that we not know where this information came from or that how you got it, that's fine. But we need to know about any connections you might have in the Thieves Guild.
Well, I'm a thief.
Is
So,
what?
I mean, I don't run with them. They're a bit of the competition, if you know what I mean.
Yes, but they allow you to operate.
Well, I don't know if allow is such that's a very strong word. But
You
yes,
But you
I do my thing, they do their thing. They have tried to get me within their ranks, and I don't want any part of it because I don't trust them. Never
and
trust a
that's
thief.
oh, Vittorio, you clever boy. Now listen, I don't want you to join any sort of thieves guild or anything. We just need to know who you may know that runs it. You said they tried to recruit you. Do you remember the name of who tried to recruit you? Have you heard of anyone by the name of? And then she leans in and whispers, like looking around, even just around the alley, she whispers the name Genoquio and sees, kind of if that rings any bells.
Ginocchio. That's the lone gypsy survivor from the clan that was executed.
yes.
I've heard that he's been running with the thieves, yes. But he was not the one that approached me, no.
Well, could you put us in touch with either who approached you that might know him, or do you know where we might find such a person?
I keep a rather wide berth, and if I see them, then I know that my time in the marketplace is up. So I keep my distance from them. There was a man that had approached me. I think his name was Alexei.
What does he look like?
Tall, tan, brownish hair, dressed in leathers.
And she says, okay, she says, you say you keep a wide berth, and he had approached you. Where did he approach you? Where did this happen?
Well, here in the marketplace, not exactly here, but, just a few blocks over.
Is that where they normally work that you tend to keep away from?
It's all over. You never know where they're going to pop up. Wherever the rich would come, they actually stay away from this area because it's too easy, I guess. I think they enjoy the challenge. But this Ginocchio, you said, why do you want to see him? He's just a gypsy that they've just brought into their ranks.
That is not... Listen, I don't want you getting hurt, and I'm not sure how much I should tell you to keep you safe. So here's what I'm going to offer you. And she tells him that she will give him a week worth. Not straight, but that he can cash in at any time, just not, he knows he can't be there back-to-back nights or everybody will start getting suspicious, but he can come in anytime, like a week's worth of nights, just without notice, without call. So just showing up for scraps, he can come and get a full meal and a full night's rest, no questions asked, whatever night, 7 nights worth, a whole week. What I need him to do, though, is help us find either Alexei or Ginocchio if he knows, what he would look like or where he might be. We need to find this person and then try to use that person to get to Ginocchio.
Well, I thank you, and a warm meal is always welcome here on the streets. And I know I can always trust you, and I thank you for that. You scared the death out of me back there, but I appreciate it, and I'm always willing to help. I have no problem helping you anytime that I can because you've been so kind to me.
I would not come to you if it weren't important.
Look, as I said, I usually try to keep my distance from the Thieves Guild because it's nothing but trouble, and I don't want any part of that. That's not what I want to be. Yes, I do what I have to do, but I don't want to be one of them. But there is a woman locally that, like you, has taken a bit of a shine to me, and she dabbles in some of the same things that I dabble in, but she has a legitimate business here too, and it's not far from here. It has a name, but it's not publicly known. It's called the Secret Emporium. Her name is Felicia. I call her Felicia the Fence because that's kind of what she does. But she's got kind of a cool little shop of curiosities. And she keeps her eye out on the Thieves Guild. She's not associated with them, but, just like me, she knows how to keep them away and how to keep them at bay. So if anyone would have any information on Ginocchio and what he's doing with them, it would probably be her. She keeps her ear to the ground.
Vittorio, you will take us to her, and the week is yours.
Yes, I'll show you to her place.
And then she kind of turns to the group and says, "Shall we go now, or is this somewhere you can take us today?"
Yes, not far. It's not far at all.
All right, then let's go.
I rolled a 13 on Streetwise. Does Alexi's name mean anything to me? Have I heard of him?
You've heard that name. It's not an Italian name. It definitely sounds like it might be Russian.
Mm-hmm.
But the Thieves Guild is known to pull in all types.
All types, yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily recall him as being like one of the higher ups within the organization, but you've heard the name bandied about, so he's known.
I think it's nice that diversity is really important to the Thieves Guild. That's
right, yeah.
Yes, but their 401k sucks.
Vittorio kind of leads you through the maze of the marketplace and takes you down a series of back alleys. And this shop is kind of denoted by there's like an alley that has just a stone wall that runs down one side completely. But on the stone wall, he walks you to this one particular spot, and within the stonework there's a carving of like a pyramid with like the eye of Ra that's carved in the middle of it. And he looks down both sides of the alley, and then he presses on the stone, and a doorway basically just gets pushed in and then rolls off to the side. And you can see that this is some sort of establishment just by looking in. There's a few little lamps that are lighting up the area that you can see from the outside.
Very nifty.
Oh, this is how you know it's going to be a good oddities shop.
Let's go.
So as you guys go in, the little kind of lobby area that's in there, it's very small, but it's adorned with a lot of colorful tapestries and potted plants that really kind of give it a rather cozy and inviting appearance. But once you get past that little lobby, there's a much larger room, and it's kind of circular in its build, and there's just a myriad of curiosities lining the shelves and hanging from the ceiling. The interior is dimly lit by these little lamps here and there, causing little shadows to kind of dance across the room. And there's artifacts of all different types in here. Ancient scrolls, ornate trinkets that fill every available space that really kind of create an air of like enchantment and intrigue in this larger room. A woman comes out from an adjoining room in the back where there's like a little table, a countertop basically, that she kind of comes out behind. She's middle-aged, has a bit of a shrewd gaze and a mischievous little smile. She's got long, dark hair, streaked with silver, and wears flowing robes adorned with intricate patterns. Despite her age, there's still kind of a youthful energy about her, and her eyes kind of sparkle when you guys come in. Oh, Genoquio, I see you've brought me visitors. How can I be of service?
You meant Vittorio, right?
Oh, sorry. Yes, Vittorio.
I was like, we got a whole mess of
I
problems
said
now.
Genoquio, didn't I? Sorry.
Like, yeah. Like,
Confused for
what
a
did she just
second.
call you, young man? Like,
Too many Italian names.
Question before we start all of this. My internal companion would probably be freaking his shit right now walking
Right?
through all of this.
Yeah.
Is that doing anything?
In what way?
Would possibly Silvestro realize something weird is going on inside him right now? Because he would be having urges that he may not normally have.
I would say make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
14.
I would say that the urge to potentially lift something here is actually kind of strong,
Okay.
but you can't really explain why.
Oh, okay. That's kind of what I was going for.
But yeah, looking around, it's obvious that Felicia specializes in acquiring kind of rare and mysterious artifacts from distant lands. There's stuff from all over Europe here, and like ancient amulets and talismans, and just different fragments of long forgotten civilizations. There's books in here as well. She has kind of a whole library of books off on one side, and scrolls.
Does she have possibly like materials, like herbs and powders or?
Yep, same there. Potion vials, crystal balls, lots
like
of
a bunch
little kind of maybe magical or maybe not kind of stuff in here as well.
it's like kids at Christmas in here right now. Like,
Yeah.
so-
Pardo's having a field day.
I don't think we have money, or at least I don't have any money, right?
Technically you don't. But
Technically?
the others would. She does not, just simply because she doesn't have access to any of that.
Yeah, I did just come after the grave.
So after her kind of introduction, while everyone else is nosing around, apparently, when she asks about Vittorio, before he can really say anything, I kind of step forward and I say, yes, I know Vittorio well, and he has brought us to you. He says you may be able to help us with some information that we seek. And I kind of explain, kind of, that we're looking for someone in the Thieves Guild, and whispers of the name Genoquio, and trying to see if she might have any leads and she'd be willing to help us.
Genoquio, yes, I've heard that name. He's a colorful fellow, if I recall correctly. I believe he was a member of the Gypsy clan that unfortunately met their fate a few weeks ago. Is that the one you speak of?
This is one and the same.
Well, he has been seen in the area with the Thieves Guild. Why do you seek him?
Well, to be honest, it is not so much him that we seek as possession of my friends that we would like to obtain back quietly, if possible. We mean no one any harm, certainly, despite
Leonora
my
laughs
heavily.
when she hears her say that.
And so that startles Sylvester. It's like,
Yeah, she even says we, despite my heavily armored and possibly sarcastic friends, we only seek the item, and we know that he may have it or know where it is, and we simply want it back.
Well, let's talk a little bit of business first. I don't give information freely. And I'm not one to take money for giving information.
Well, I'm a purveyor of the finest dresses in town. I can outfit you for years to come.
what would you like us to steal for you, ma'am?
Oh, nothing to steal for me. But perhaps there is something here that I could offer you.
You want us to take something and then you'll give us information?
No, I don't want you to take it. I want you to purchase it from me.
Oh.
Right.
What is it?
Well, you have a look around. If there's anything that you are particularly looking for, perhaps I might be able to guide you in that direction.
Madalena kind of turns to the group with kind of wide eyes and shrugs, like,
Let's see.
Leonora says, "Well, what have you in the way of poisons?"
Oh. A woman who knows what she wants.
Yes, I assure you.
What sort of effect are you looking for, my dear?
Let's say paralysis, fear, and then death.
Well, I very well might have something that might do the trick. Is it something that you wish to be consumed?
No. I kind of pull out my hand crossbow. I don't want to have to be close to deliver it. Let's say.
I understand. Give me one moment. The rest of you, feel free to look around.
Is there anything glowing gold in the room for me?
There are 4 things that are glowing gold in the room for you.
Which one's closest?
keep hands still.
There's an amulet that looks like it's made out of polished obsidian, and it's adorned with kind of intricate runes. It's kind of hard to decipher, maybe the origin of these particular runes, but it is glowing. On the wall that has all the books up there, there's one in particular that stands out, and I can't really describe it unless you actually pick it up. But there is a book that is aglow on the shelf.
I will go over and I will. You said there's 4 items, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I will go pull Oswin over to the amulet and say, these runes, do they mean anything to you?
Take a look. In my experience,
What would we
know what these
roll?
are.
Let's see what we would roll here for that. I wish there was a history
Really.
I know, really.
there, you know?
That's not a skill for real.
Mm-mm.
I guess
I guess-
fall under social sciences.
Yeah.
The natural sciences and social sciences seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say let's do social.
Okay.
$12.
14.
No, 14. There is kind of a look of runes that might have been used around about the time of Pompeii.
And let's just assume that I failed social sciences in school. When did Pompeii happen?
Oh God.
That was-
When did that happen?
It was, I think, before your time.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think that's correct.
Mhm.
79 80.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
I was
right
I was
around about your time, yeah.
Well, it was like 120 years around my time. Yeah, because I was BC 60. So, all right. I will mention that to Sylvester. Like, yeah, these are old, very old. Do I make out anything? Like, do I know it? Like, at least, like the area it might be coming from, like the style.
With that roll, it certainly gives you the idea of arcane mysticism.
I will convey that to Sylvester as well.
Okay.
Would Pardo have any insight on this, or can I roll to see?
On that book.
Yeah.
That I was
Or
going to
in-
hand. I was going to go over and grab the book and hand it to Pardo and say,
Okay.
this may interest you."
That's when Pardo takes time and looks it over.
It would certainly have to be translated.
All right.
But the general feeling is that this contains knowledge of spells, of rituals, something of the effect. As you kind of thumb through, it's got a lot of like drawings and pictures and stuff like that. And in your experience, this seems like maybe a bunch of hoo-ha. But with what you have seen over the last just couple of days, maybe that hoo-ha is not so far out of reach as you maybe once thought it was. And the fact that you are partnered with an angelic host makes you believe certainly that, there are certain other forces that can be at play.
So what else? What else is going?
On the countertop that she walked behind to go back into the back room, there is a crystal ball, perfectly smooth and translucent. And with your vision, you actually can kind of see like almost like a swirling, like misty kind of color within the crystal ball itself as well.
Leonora,
Yes.
come here for a second.
I know we're good.
Forgive me for assuming. Do you see the swirling inside this crystal ball that I see?
I look at it. Do I?
You can make a perception check.
I have a cult family, which gives me. Well, I guess I think that's for saving throws. Actually, hold on. Yeah, the mystical training. Yeah, it's just okay. That's cool. I have to keep that in mind.
What does that do that gives you?
It gives me advantage on saving throws against supernatural effects and abilities, but it doesn't give me like advantage for like history or something like that. I'm sorry. What did you say, roll?
I would roll perception with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, rolled the same on both.
That's too funny.
You do not see what he's describing.
I say Magdalena. I think is more of the more fortune teller than me.
And then when I hear my name, I kind of perk up. I'm doing a little bit of thinking here too. And Chris, I'm asking this question a little bit out of character, but if it needs to be in character, it can be. I want to make sure, because of my tiredness here, I'm not missing a social cue in game. She is wanting us to purchase an item as opposed to giving her money for information. She wants us to purchase an item to receive this information. Is that the implication
that
here?
way you're not buying information. You are purchasing an item. Yeah.
All right, that is the social. All right.
And I am showing you the items that we
Yes,
purchased.
that's total. All right, that's kind of what I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a subversive or malicious implication there behind that as well. Like we're going to be beholden to something in doing this, but no, this is just a casual exchange of money for items. I get it.
Well,
Okay.
you haven't made the purchase yet, so
Right.
All right, so there
We
it
have
is.
to
So,
pay in blood.
so here's the thing. I'm gonna try something here before I look at this crystal ball, and I want to ask about this because Madalena's got tarot cards, same as Soldier did.
Mhm.
In the event that while everybody else has been looking around the room, that she's been looking at her cards, could I spend a genius point to read an omen, and essentially with the purpose of finding out, is making this purchase going to have a positive outcome? You know, I don't know what that positive outcome or negative outcome is, but getting a good omen or bad omen about what we're about to do here.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend this genius point and look at my cards and see what they tell me omen wise.
Oh, man.
Beat me to it.
And that's done. I think all I do is just spend the genius point on that one. Let me double check. But yeah, anything that we're going to do in the next 30 minutes, I just get a good omen or bad omen or mixed omen about it. So I kind of look at my cards, and what is that omen?
And did you roll?
Oh, there's no roll. It's just
no
a spend
roll.
It's a spend a genius point.
Okay, so you draw the 10 of cups.
Okay.
And the 10 of cups often signifies an exceptionally positive outcome or omen.
Good. Okay.
This card typically represents harmony, happiness, and emotional fulfillment within relationships and family. It suggests that everything is falling into place and that there is a sense of contentment and joy in one's personal life. When drawn in a reading, the 10 of Cups can indicate that a period of great happiness and satisfaction is approaching, or the querent is currently experiencing abundant blessings and fulfillment.
Okay. And then at that point, she breathes a sigh of relief, and it feels a little bit better about everything going on here. And, you know, just slightly untrustworthy there for a second, but having done her reading, then she kind of, and then is like, crystal ball, and kind of turns and focuses her attention on what else has been going on.
Yeah. So you were fiddling with your cards as he was kind of drawing your attention over towards it. Okay, just a moment. And okay, good. And you look up and immediately see the crystal ball. And you see this purple mist just floating on the inside of it.
Okay. And that is interesting to me, so I'm going to take a much closer look at it. Should I do like maybe like investigation perception, like what Dragon did, or something clairvoyanty here or something?
Let me see here.
I would love to know what this means.
I think I want to look at your features here for just a moment.
You're stunning, Dragon.
I was showing him my features.
Okay, here's what you see.
Okay.
You go over to the crystal ball, and just the instinct is to just put your hand on it to try to touch that mist. You know you can't touch it on the inside, obviously, but like you're reaching for it, and your hand touches the crystal, and then all of a sudden your eyes roll back into your head.
Oh shit! Okay.
She sees it.
And you're having a clairvoyant moment here.
All right, where am I headed? What am I seeing/hearing?
This is not, you don't have to spend a genius point for this.
Cool.
And you see Ginocchio, this very colorful character with kind of orange and purple kind of tabard on. He's got kind of a headband that he's got his long hair kind of tied back into, and lots of like bangles and jewelry and stuff kind of coming off of the shirt that he's wearing. And he's with a group of other men that are not quite as colorful as he is, but obviously members of the Thieves Guild. And they are seated in a tavern and kicking back some drinks.
And am I aware of what tavern this is?
You are not familiar with this particular tavern.
Okay. And they're sitting there kicking back drinks. Am I just seeing this, or can I hear anything?
You can switch between seeing and hearing.
Okay. I was going to say, I wondered if this worked the same way, or if this was like a specific, I'm only seeing this and that's it. So yeah, now that I know they're there, let me go blind to what I'm seeing, since I'm not sure where it is anyway, and activate the hearing part of it.
Got it. So you basically just hear kind of raucous laughter and general conversation among these men.
Okay.
And it doesn't really give you anything of any kind of importance, but I mean, you certainly can pick out the individuals and the voices from this conversation.
Okay, got it. All right. In the seeing anything, you said something where I recognize, but just what I'm seeing in that bar, I can see the men, I can see the place they are, and I can tell it's a tavern. I know we are in the 1500s. I think we're pre-menu, but is there anything in this bar that would indicate at all where it might be, or who else? Do I see anyone else there perhaps that is recognizable in any way, or is this like a straight up Thieves Guild bar?
You see kind of a motif in this bar, and it's, for lack of a better word, it's like a logo that kind of just repeats on like some of the curtains that kind of line the windows in here. And it looks like kind of a shadowy figure reclining against a crescent moon, like a cloaked figure leaning into a moon.
Okay. All right. A cloaked figure. Okay. And I can. Okay.
And then there is a bartender behind the bar, redhead, very attractive, striking figure, fiery red hair that kind of tumbles down her shoulders.
Okay.
Emerald green eyes.
Trying to think if there's anything else I want to see or attempt to hear, but I think that about covers it. So I'll absorb all that and kind of and disconnect from that. And as I absorb this thought occurs to me that that's kind of, what we were looking for, I think. But it immediately occurs to me also that that also doesn't necessarily tell us where he is. So I kind of just keep what I saw to myself there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
But I turned to Sylvester and I said, "You said you saw something. What did you see?"
It looked to me like there was mist floating around the inside of the ball. I'd never seen that before.
Yes, that is what is there. Mist floating around the inside of the ball. And for now, she kind of keeps what she saw to herself.
Okay. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Fourth item.
Oh, fourth item. So behind the counter on the shelves that are behind the counter, this is where she keeps a lot of vials of liquid and stuff like that back behind there, and ingredients and stuff like that. There is a small vial that kind of contains a goldish kind of shimmering liquid, and that is glowing for you as well.
Okay. I'll keep that one to myself right now because I have no idea what to do with that one. I have a feeling I know what it is, but
Felicia comes out right around about this time, and just as Madalena is kind of coming out of her vision, and she just kind of stood there in the doorway for a moment as she watched her come out of it, and you had that little bit of the conversation, and she says, "Well, it looks like the pretty lady might have found something for herself."
And she says, well, I was admiring this crystal ball that you have. I don't mean to... Do you know where it came from? Not how you came by it, I mean, but do you know where it came from?
Oh, well, we were speaking of the Ginocchio, the gypsy. This did come from a Romani clan, not the one that was put to death in the town square recently, but I've had this for some time. An old gypsy woman had sold it to me some time ago. It is said to give one clairvoyant visions. I believe, perhaps, you might have just sensed some of its power, did you not?
I definitely felt its power, yes. I don't know that I got a full, clear vision, but it is definitely a powerful artifact, and I am taken with it.
You are the first that has come into my shop that has had any sort of interaction with it whatsoever. So I am impressed. I believe she's calling to you.
What would you ask of me to allow me to answer her?
Well, she could be yours for 50 gold. And that would be a wealth level of about 3.
Okay. Yeah, now you had given me a wealth level of 1, but that was for soldier more, I think, and I don't know that we ever discussed what Madalena's would be.
It's the same, yeah.
It is the same. Okay, yeah. Well then in that case,
mine's actually...
yours is what?
3.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
I think that's for my other character though too.
Yeah, it's a 0 here.
I have a question of a couple other items that you have in your shop, if you don't mind, ma'am.
Oh, by all means.
The book that my friend has.
Oh, yes.
Where do you know any of its history?
Well, you all certainly have an eye for some of my finer items. It's been some time since someone pulled that book off of the shelf. I wish I could tell you the name. Fortunately, I do not speak the language. But this was brought to me from a gentleman from Greece. It's a leather-bound tome, as you can see. It is said to hold the mysteries of Pompeii. Apparently owned by someone that claimed to be a warlock. It is filled with ancient rituals, magic rituals.
And takes the amulet from Osmond. This amulet?
Very interesting. Obsidian, as you can see.
Yes.
This particular item is what those in the know of mysticism would refer to as an amulet of warding. If you look at the carvings, you'll see a single solitary flame. It is said that the bearer of this particular amulet would be resistant to the burning effect of fire.
How intriguing. One more question, if you don't mind.
You are full of questions. I like it.
The vial behind you, with the gold fluid in it?
Yes.
Please tell me about that one.
This is one of my own design. It's a simple spell. Bestows luck on the imbiber. When you feel like you need it the most.
How does that work exactly?
Simply consume the liquid, and fortune will be yours.
Sounds like a lottery ticket to me.
What's a lottery?
It's a horrible gift.
That was a nerd joke of the night. I loved it. Okay. I wonder. Well, no, because I still only have wealth of 1. I'm like, if anyone will pool that second wealth, I kind of pull the group in and let them know that not about the vision I had at the Crystal Ball, but about the card reading I did, and I kind of let them know. I say, like, I let them know I feel like this is an opportunity for us to, gain a possible advantage over our quarry, essentially, to find a way to either track them or bestow ourselves with luck or something. But I read in the omens that this is a good thing, so we should pool our resources together and find a way to get one of these items. And then, as persuasively as I can, I say, and for reasons I'd rather not discuss, I do believe it should be that crystal ball.
Did you see him?
And then she kind of sharply looks at him and says, "See who?" and raises her eyes.
Osman throws in his gold. He's an
Which is-
itinerant. Yeah, he's a 1.
He's on two. Okay. All right. So that's two so far. If we have one more, we can grab that.
I look at the woman. How
Hardo.
much? How much for the ball and the amulet?
For both pieces, I would do 100.
Left my wallet somewhere else.
You said 50 was a wealth level of 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how much do we have with them both throwing in what they have?
So they have 2. So
More to 50.
Is there
Hardo
any?
is one as well.
We got 50.
I'll try to haggle her down.
I was gonna say, is there any way I can persuade her down by offering her one of the finest dresses that I can potentially make?
Yeah, you can make a persuasion.
Awesome.
All right, a 16.
Do shove it.
Well, as you can see, I do like my elegant finery. You must be a member of the Seamstress Guild.
And yeah, I explained to her a little bit about my background and where our shop is, who I've worked for. So I'd let her know that I can work for 2 or 3 days straight and provide her with the finest item in her closet, or armoire, whatever the Italian word would be.
And I assume you've made the beautiful, colorful dress that you're wearing.
Huh. This is my own work, yes.
Also, this Leonora will kind of do a little twirl in her outfit.
Very beautiful. 75.
Sinestro throws it out. The rest of it.
Okay. All right,
Thank you, ma'am.
so you're getting the amulet of warding and the crystal ball, correct?
Correct.
And are you keeping the amulet, I assume?
For now, yes.
Okay. And I didn't take the time to actually put these as items, but I will try to do that. But if you want to make a note for the amulet of warding, it gives you resistance to fire damage, granting advantage on saving throws against effects of fire damage.
Sweet.
And for the crystal ball, once per day,
Yes, I knew it.
you can use an action to scry on a location or an individual within 1 mile of you.
Nice. So basically, the clairvoyance without spending a genius point, just within a mile and once a day.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, good deal. And yeah, as soon as we wrap up this business, and if there's anything else we need to do here, great. But otherwise, we'll take our receipt for tax purposes, and and pack up. But as soon as we get out, I'll kind of share some things with the group. But
Now, before you go,
Uh-huh.
since we have conducted our transaction, I can tell you that I do keep my ear to the ground, and I do know where the members of the Thieves Guild often frequent. There is a tavern not far from here called the Shadow's Rest. It is denoted by a sign out front of a cloaked figure resting in a crescent moon. The owner of the establishment is a beautiful woman, not from here. I believe she may be from up north, perhaps Irish. Her name is Isabella.
You have been most helpful, and well, certainly, I would like to thank you for apparently treating young Vittorio so well, and for helping us today. Come see me whenever you can about your dress.
I will. It was a pleasure to meet you and a pleasure to do business with all of you. You are welcome here anytime, and if there is anything in particular that you are looking for, I have much more stock in the back. These were just some of the more special items, and I am impressed that you were able to suss them out.
It is a talent.
And one that will serve you well.
Thank you, man. I'm sure our paths will cross again.
Good day to you all.
Good day. What was her name again?
Felicia.
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 All right, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. There it is. So, yeah, when we get kind of back out into the alley, I thank Vittorio for his services and let him know to come by. Just cash him whenever he wants to over the next little while for his week. But when he departs, I turn to the group and I say, "No, I didn't want to say anything in there because
One thing before Vittorio goes, I will pull him aside and give him my address and say, you should come see me sometime. I can put your skills to use.
Stranger danger. Stranger
Do I?
danger.
I was gonna say, do I hear that?
I don't know. You make a perception check, and
Okay.
Salvestro make a persuasion.
No, I almost clicked persuasion.
All right, so 15 for Salvestro. Madalena got a 12. Madalena, you probably caught that, yes. And Vittorio kind of looks at you, shudders just a moment, and nods, and then quickly darts out.
And as he's darting out, I should say, absolutely do not do that! Just kind of...
I just look at her and say, do you not trust my intentions?
It's not that I don't trust you, it's that I care about the boy and don't want to see him get hurt. And, well, I have seen you hurt some people.
I hurt people my employees do not. I happen to run a legitimate business and have use of couriers. That is it. Trust me, it is all legal.
Well, Vittorio's a smart boy. I'm sure he'll make up his own mind, but it is still mine because it is no one else's to look after him. He's not mine, but I've taken a shine to him, and I just don't want to see him get hurt. If you have a job for him, I'm sure he would appreciate it, but you keep him out of harm's way. Do you hear me?
You have my word.
All right. Now, I didn't want her to know how valuable this is, but this item, I don't know if you understand what it will allow me to do, but the information she gave us, the only thing I didn't already know was the name of the bar. I did see things when I looked in here, and I kind of tell them not just what she, confirm what she told us, but I explain, what Ginocchio's wearing, that they're all sitting at the bar laughing, having a good time. And I said, I don't know if that was a vision of right this moment, but given what she told us and what I saw, I think we should head there as soon as possible.
Yes, let's do that. Oh, lead the way.
And instinctually, you actually kind of have now, with the name of the place and knowing that it's within a mile radius, you kind of have a general idea of where to go. And as a matter of fact, Saturn actually begins to flutter as you're walking out and is kind of wanting to lead you in a particular direction.
Do I know anything about this bar?
Yeah, I was gonna say, could we roll like a streetwise or something?
Yeah, you can do that, sure.
Oh, streetwise guy.
Y'all, I just gotta say, that conversation, Jesus Christ, did we not watch Quiet on Set this past week?
Yes.
Oh my god!
I think I just had an aneurysm or something.
I think you did, yeah.
Finally, somebody else.
You take 1 point of damage.
He's thinking too hard.
But Salvestro and Oswin, both of you guys, after the name was mentioned, you're aware of the place. It is certainly known. It's within a stretch of town that is kind of overseen by kind of a faction of like the Thieves Guild, where they basically kind of offer protection for a price. And they tend to come to collect in that area fairly often. So the people on this particular block are kind of under the iron grip of the Thieves Guild, and they're allowed access in places where normally they would be run off by the Borgia Guard. And they kind of just rule this area of town. So people in the know tend to kind of stay away from this area, but the shopkeepers that are here are really normally pretty good people.
So, as we get close to this place, or as we start heading there, like, I kind of turn to the group and say, now, based on what I saw, there is the chance that he is already inside. How do we want to approach this, shall we say?
Yes.
Did we get the poison?
No, I don't think so.
We got the amulet.
I don't have any money. So.
What are we trying to do again? Are we trying to...
We need to find out where the book is.
Right.
Okay.
And he's definitely the one who was the most likely to have stolen it from the hiding spot.
Perhaps we
And
should follow him until he is alone.
Hmm.
And I can strike up a conversation with him.
Or he could lead, or we could, yeah, if we could follow him, he might lead us back to the guild's headquarters.
Yes, Leonora, you should probably stay somewhere where he wouldn't see you.
I can hide myself pretty effectively.
Okay. I will suggest liking both of what I mean. If we have Oswin, because they don't know Oswin from anyone, and he might be a shopkeeper in the area. So if we have him try to talk the guy up for information, we can attempt that, and then as he leaves, follow him, because I would suggest we definitely don't want to pick a fight in the middle of the day here if it can be avoided, and then also be outnumbered. So I do like the idea of also just waiting until he's alone, but if we can get information out of him before that, why not?
Oswin, I appreciate you volunteering, but perhaps we should choose someone slightly less intimidating.
Said I'm affable.
You're affable.
Yes.
Feel intimidating.
Huge and carrying around the big sword. What? I don't look affable to you?
I'm affable.
I was thinking perhaps a genial old man.
Ardo?
I could go for some good conversation.
How well can you hold your liquor?
It's been some years, but I could partake again.
Yeah, have some drinks, get them talking, maybe.
I think I can handle that.
And before we commit to that, because it's going to be within the next 30 minutes, and I've got them to use, I'm going to use another genius point and read the omens on this just to make sure sending Pardo in is not a terrible idea. So I'll pull out the cards and begin to read for
How
a
could
minute.
that possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. But let's just see if there's any way we can make sure. So genius point spent. What am I pulling there, big guy?
All right, I'm going to find out for you. All right, so you pull the tower card.
Oh, God.
Didn't Stephen King write a book about that?
Also, yes.
The tower card is associated with danger, upheaval, and sudden change. When this card appears in a reading, it suggests that significant disruptions or crises may be on the horizon. The tower represents a sudden and unexpected event that shakes the foundation of one's life, bringing chaos and destruction. However, it is important to note that while the tower signifies danger and upheaval, it also symbolizes necessary and transformative change. It serves as a reminder that sometimes destruction is required to pave the way for growth and renewal.
Yeah.
Upon absorbing that, I suggest to Pardo and the group that myself and or Oswin or Silvestro should also sneakily be in the bar, not necessarily initiating conversation for protection purposes. And then I pull Pardo aside and kind of, whispering to him. And this is more of a dignity thing than it is a keeping secrets thing, but it's more of just like a, do you understand how dangerous this might be, and that you don't have to do this? I have a bad feeling, but I also... something tells me that there may be no other way. I hate asking this of you. Are you sure you're comfortable with this?
I'm willing to help my friends, even in the face of danger.
As long as you're sure. But I need you to understand that danger may very well be on the horizon. As long as you know this and are okay with it, then we may cautiously proceed with this plan, but I must urge caution for all of us, and that I say loud enough to hear.
Well, Oswin, I could definitely use a drink. It's been an interesting day.
We can go and sit off to the side.
Yes, you two establish space off to the side, and I'll wait outside with Leonora and make an entrance later. I will have ways of understanding what's happening inside if I need to.
All right. Pardo, go on in.
All right, is Pardo going in first?
Yup.
Okay.
Old man shuffles in.
Let's do it.
There's a young man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic.
Just to clarify, is there like an alley off to one of the sides of the bar that Leonora and I are waiting, or can wait in, or are waiting in?
Yeah. There's an alley that runs behind the bar.
Okay, so we're behind. All right, so we're behind it from wherever the front entrance is. Okay.
And Leonora is very frustrated about not being in the bar with everybody. I will watch her back.
And I can, the plan is, if necessary, to use my clairvoyance to see what's going on in there if I get suspicious or if it's taken too long or anything like that, so.
All right, so Madalena and Leonora, I'm moving you down to the bottom of the map down here.
Yes. And are you putting us...
back entrance?
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to say, is that a back door or a window or what? But okay, cool.
I mean, how close to that entrance do you want to be? I mean, you want to be down the... Down
Yeah,
just a bit or right at the back door?
We can be down just a little bit so it doesn't look too, if anybody does come in the back alley, it doesn't look like we're just hanging by the back door. But as long as I can see, or as long as I would be able to see around the door, I can use clairvoyance to essentially see inside. So as long as we're not on the, the other side, we're good.
All right.
And I'm gonna definitely keep an eye on the door in case somebody like bolts out the back.
Got it.
Yeah, close enough to be able to do that as well would probably be good.
All right. So
before we go, refresh my memory again because a lot has happened. What information am I trying to get right now?
Location of the guild, or the book, if possible. But I think we can assume that they have the book, but
Yeah, also keep in mind that he definitely gave some other people wrong information about this book already, so maybe bragging about that or, whatever information we can get about what this guy's up to might lead us to the book, so that's the big thing.
All right, so those of you that are in the tavern, go ahead and kind of put yourselves where you want to be.
Where do you want to be, Oswin?
I'm kind of in the middle. Yeah.
And the bar itself is up in this upper right-hand corner up in here.
Okay. Are there any seats at the bar, or is it
Just that's standing only. It's just all the tables here.
Okay.
So the Shadow's Rest is located in the heart of Florence's bustling market district. And it's a dimly lit establishment tucked away in a narrow alley. The exterior is unassuming, with weathered wooden doors and a sign depicting the shadowy figure reclining against a crescent moon. The windows are small and barred, giving the tavern a secretive and mysterious aura. Inside, the tavern is cozy and somewhat gloomy, and has low ceilings and dark wooden beams. The walls are adorned with flickering torches, casting shadows across the room. The air is thick with the scent of ale and pipe smoke, and the sounds of laughter and conversation fill the air. Despite its slightly sinister ambiance, the Shadow's Rest is a popular haunt for locals and travelers alike, known for its strong drinks and its discreet clientele. Back behind the bar, you see the woman that was described to you, Isabella, a striking figure with the fiery red hair that tumbles down to her shoulders in loose waves. She's got emerald green eyes, and they sparkle with intelligence and a hint of mischief, and her lips are curved in a knowing smile as you enter. She carries herself with confidence and moves gracefully behind the bar as she tends to the patrons. She's clad in a simple but elegant gown of deep burgundy and exudes a sense of warmth and hospitality. Despite her friendly demeanor, there's a steely resolve in her gaze that hints at a strength of character beneath her gentle exterior. As you guys do come into the bar, you note that there are several individuals that are clad in kind of like a deep purplish, like clothy leather kind of combination, and one other individual that is obviously of Romani descent, dressed extremely colorfully in multiple like rainbow colors with a red headband that ties his hair back. And that is Genoquio. Silvestro and Oswin, do you guys come in together?
Sure.
Okay.
And
Pardo.
I'd head directly to the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a drink and then go over to the table.
Gotcha.
Are you
And
giving me one too?
Pardo,
Sure.
do you come in after them then?
Yes.
Okay.
And that was my plan. I was going to go to the bar and then hobble around for a moment and casually find my way to the table where I'm needed.
I'm
Alright.
going to activate Eagle Vision. Just I'm looking for gold items.
Gotcha.
And I see nothing.
All right. And even though you're not in there, Dragon, just so you know, you see that Jinocchio has that ring around him that's kind of glowing a little bit. That's for you.
Yep. I noticed Bathsheba is on the bar too.
Oh, I forgot about Bathsheba. Yeah. So bring her down there with you.
Little alley cat snuck her way in.
Yeah. No, I was cool with it being there.
Can you see through her eyes?
No. No, I don't think so. It just
I got a quick question about languages. So the Kurgan warrior background, their language is forgotten, but it's basically an Indo-European language, so it's the origin of all the Indo-European. So would that be an origin of Romani? Or like how connected would it be if would I be able to know basic words, or like maybe this is okay, this means something that has to do with groceries. Means something that has to do with farming or something like that.
Yeah, I would say probably so. I mean, I think the Kurgan were Eastern, like what would have been like Russia.
Ukraine. Yeah,
right?
Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of close enough. And, yeah, since it's kind of the root of a lot of the language, yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
I would be able to get a little bit of knowledge out of any conversation, too, because I have the common tongue feature. So I can basically do rudimentary communication in understanding language.
And just listening in, Oz, when you do hear a couple of the guys that actually shift in between Italian and Russian. And it's
Can I tell who?
Yeah, these two guys over here that are with Jinocchio closer to you.
Can I tell what they're talking about, or in general, if it's lighthearted, are they laughing? Or
yeah, they're all pretty raucous, a little bit tipsy, and they're probably throwing around some inappropriate talk about the redhead behind the bar.
Yeah.
And when they're talking about her, they are talking in Russian so that she does not understand them. So Pardo, where are you gonna go?
I was gonna shuffle over to the bar, grab a drink, and then shuffle my way to the table.
All right, with the thieves over there at the big table.
Chris, real quick. Actually, it does look like it says that. I'm looking it up for under the spirit bond. It says it's an NPC controlled by the GM. It doesn't speak except for the hallucinations I hear. But it can make simple concepts known to me, and it can share its senses with me.
Okay, cool. All right. So if you want her to be in there, she could have snuck in at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're just kind of wandering around.
Yeah, that's cool.
That'd save me a genius point too. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, Sid, you want to put Pardo where you want him?
Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle up to this empty seat right here.
All right. The thief that is right next to you there says, "Shuffle off, old man. This seat is taken."
I wouldn't mind to let an old man have a seat. It does take me quite a bit of energy to get back across the room nowadays.
Make a persuasion.
Oh, God.
Fuck off, old man.
Yeah.
What if I treated us to a round.
He looks across the way at the other guy, and he says, "These fuckers are persistent, isn't he? We want to be left alone. This is your last warning. Fuck off."
Oswin will make his way over to Pardo
Mm-hmm.
and kind of put his arm around Pardo and say, "Oh, let's go." And he kind of apologizes in Italian, but then in broken Russian says, "If only he were the redhead, right?" And he kind of shuffles off Pardo to the table where we're sitting.
All right. Make a, I think, social sciences probably.
Or is this affable where he has advantage on charisma deception and charisma perception checks?
Yeah.
Made to ask people for small favors, but also can pose no threat and generally be trusted.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be a charisma deception.
Okay.
Okay.
Eeh.
Wow.
Thank God for that advantage.
We are horrible today.
Yeah, we are.
It's like every other session.
Before he can pull him too far away, Pardo, turns to Oswin, but is kind of gesturing to Janoquio. It's like, I just wanted to compliment the young man on his ensemble. I used to be able to pull off a variety of colors and shades of clothing when I was in my youth, but we can see that has faded with time.
Oswin backs up and kind of just tips his fingers to the people at the table and walks back.
And as you're walking back, the first guy that spoke, that was next to Pardo, shouts after you, "You need to stick to your own language. You don't speak it very well."
He'll turn and bow, and then hopefully turn around and head back.
Okay.
I've been telling him the same thing. He doesn't listen. Younger men are too hard-headed.
The raucous laughter and lively discussion that they were having now kind of goes down more into a little bit more of a hushed tone, where they are actively now kind of trying to keep their conversation among them. The other thieves, Pardo, did you go back over with Oswin, I take it?
Yeah, that's a smart thing.
Okay. The other three thieves that were at the other table join the other guys over here.
All right.
Can't help but notice they're all twins.
Yeah, they are.
Janoquio found 6 dudes that all look the same.
And they all kind of gather at that table and now have kind of brought their tone down to a little bit more hushed, and kind of keeping an eye on the three of you across the room.
Osman will put his hand on Pardo's back and say, "Sorry, I thought that would let them loosen up. I've noticed that they've been paying attention to the bartender a little too well. My apologies."
We may be able to do this one more way.
Perhaps a distraction.
That could work. And Pardo lifts up his drink, chugs it down real quick, and shuffles back over to the bar, comes back with another one, and as he goes to sit down, just kind of misses his chair and falls over.
Does the old man having a heart attack routine?
I know, he's already had a little too much.
And the table across the way just bursts out in laughter as you hit the floor.
Okay, while some of this is going on outside, I say to Leonora, at this point, do I know about the cat?
Probably not.
No, I don't. Okay, I didn't think so, but I just wanted to make sure. I kind of say to Leonora, I wish we knew how it was going in there. There's a way for us to, but I say I kind of pause and I think, wait.
Leonora will stop you there and go, the cat that you have seen with me is I'm connected to. It is a guide for me. And I can see through it. It is in the bar.
Yeah, I mean, as if Saturn is around at all and a light's on myself, I say, huh, I understand. And kind of acknowledge him. I say, but where is she now?
She sits at the bar across the table from them. I can't really control her, but
What do you see?
They are sitting and laughing at the old man, Pardo.
Well, I have a plan. And without kind of waiting for Leonora to ask what that plan might be, I kind of turn and I go through the back entrance of the bar and I'm looking for the redhead and she, the bartender, she's behind the bar or like at the bar, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I kind of come in and like survey the room a little bit and I see my three and I'm like, I don't make eye contact with them at all, but I do very specifically kind of flauntily stomp my way past this table without kind of looking at these guys. And I go over to the bartender and I say to her, hi, my name is Madalena and I've recently come along some hard times. I don't know how to say this, but I've lost my job and I'm looking everywhere. I wonder if maybe you need help here, a dishwasher, another server, anything. Do you have anything that I could do to make a little money?
Well, unfortunately, darling, I don't have much work to go around. And she leans into you just a little bit and she says, you see those fellas over there? They come into my establishment every once in a while and demand a little bit of money from me to offer protection that I don't really need, and the protection is really from them. Now, if I had a little bit more money, perhaps I might be able to get a serving wench in here, but unfortunately, it's just me at this time.
I understand. It's unfortunate. I don't mean to beg. There's nothing you can spare today. I can make myself useful now. I'll take drinks to them. I'll do dishes. Anything at all.
And in this time, Pardo has shuffled himself up and turned to Oswin and says very loudly, "Don't you tell me when I've had enough, young man. Have you not heard of respecting your elders? Fair lady," and gestures to the bar. "Please, another one for me and for these fine fellows who know how to keep good company. And nothing for these two, please."
All right, so you're buying the thieves a round of drinks.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Chris?
Yeah.
I'm putting the mark of death on Ginocchio.
Okay. Duly noted.
Oswin is taken aback by Pardo's statement, like...
And I'm just sitting there staring into my drink.
Okay. Sid and Oswin, make a performance check for me, please.
Oh, boy.
A little charismatic.
My dice are cold today.
Normal.
There you go.
All right. Isabella kind of rolls her eyes, Madalena, at that, and she says, "Look, if you'll help me serve these fuckers drinks, then I might be able to throw you a coin or two. At least for the night.
That would be amazing, even if it's just for one night. Thank you. And she kind of whispers, and then immediately goes to the bar with a proficiency that probably, I'm gonna guess, surprises Isabella. But she knows her way around some drinks and just starts, and kind of takes Pardo his first, and doesn't whisper anything, but definitely gives him a look like, fuck. And then kind of goes over to the table, and I mean just lays it on thick. Hooters without the outfit, essentially. Like, I mean, just starts touching shoulders and hi and pouring drinks, and even sitting down and attempting to flirt and just figure out how far I can ingratiate myself into this little group here.
All right.
Thank you. I forgot to move myself.
The Russian here at the corner, as you're doing all of that, he kind of grabs a hold of you around your waist and kind of pulls you over to him. He's still seated, but he kind of pulls you over to him, and he says, "Oh, you're a new one, huh? Isabella, you've been holding out on us. You didn't tell us you had a new serving wench. She's a pretty one. I like her."
And then I say, kind of the way he's talking about me, it like irks me, but I'm trying not to show it. And I'm like, she just started today, and I'm happy to serve you. And then sets his drink down in front of him, and then says, "Now, can I get you boys anything?" Or and I look around and I say, "They seem to be taken care of," and then I sit in one of their laps, say, as I kind of pull away from him, I'll sit on number 4's lap and be like, "Or can I spend some time with you boys?"
And the one that had his arm around your waist as you kind of pull away from him and sit in his friend's lap, he reaches over and grabs hold of your hand, and he says, "No, you're not sitting with him. You're sitting with me. Come here." And he tries to pull you over to him.
And I playfully resist, but I'm also laughing, and I'm like, all right. There's enough of me to go around. I'm like flirting off with him, and I kind of look over and notice that one of them is dressed way differently than the others, and I'm like, "You, what's your story? What's your name? Look at these clothes." And I kind of show off my dress. I'm like, we're color buddies. Look at all this. I love this. Where did you get this? What's going on here? What?
And Ginocchio kind of looks at you and looks at Alexei. And Alexei kind of turns and looks at him and kind of gives him like a dead eye stare. And he says, I'm not from here myself. No, I came in with a family, but the family is no more."
"Oh, family is no more. What happened?"
They met an untimely end.
Well, I'm so sorry.
Leonora starts seething in the alley when she overhears it through Bathsheba.
She says, "Well,
but this is my new family now."
And quite the family they are. Look at you, strapping young lad." She's mainly messing with the guy she's sitting on, but she reaches again for 4 and throws a wink over to 5, and again is trying to keep the flirt on with kind of everybody at the table to keep them. She says, "I'll tell you what." She says, "What if I bring you boys another round, huh?" And then I start to stand up and grab, I'm gonna go.
Alexei grabs hold of you and he says, "You're not going anywhere. You're staying here with me."
And she laughs and she says, "Oh, trust me, I will, but I did just start a new job today. Isabella's going to need my help, so I'll be right back." And I start to stand up again, and
his grip tightens.
Okay, all right.
I said you're not going anywhere, girl. You're staying here. Or if you're going somewhere, you're going with me.
And let's see. How do I want to? Yeah, I think. Okay, yeah, I think. I want to use whatever grip he's got on my wrist, like I'm gonna use his own pull to pull him to me, and then like use that force to like, push him off and like try to essentially push him out of his seat onto the floor to get away from him. Because at this point the physicality's too. Madeline is a little bit of a hothead about that kind of thing. Like, get off me! Like, that's your third time I've tried to get away from you now. Like, so she kind of loses it and pushes him.
Okay, make an athletics or strength check.
Yeah, we'll go with athletics.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yes.
All right. So he tightens his grip a little bit. You pull back, and he loses his grip on you, and you expertly just kind of, you stumble just a little bit, but catch yourself, and you are free of his grasp. But at this point, he stands and he pulls a knife. And he says, you're going to struggle with me, with all of my friends. You're going to make me look foolish in front of them. You don't want me to look foolish, now do you?
And at that point, she kind of, pulls up the part of her dress where she keeps the knives, the two knives in her boots, and is like, "Fuck, help!" And then just turns, pulls out her knives, and is like, "It's fucking on, I guess."
All right, Mardo.
And Silvestro.
Try to diffuse, but it's like, friends, more drink. There's no need for fighting and general not niceness.
Roll initiative.
Well done.
I'm pulling it up right now. There you go.
Yeah. Silvestro would have launched himself off the table across the room as soon as he saw that guy stand up and pull the knife.
Yeah, as soon as she said help, like, Leonora comes running in.
It's on.
Oh, wait, no! I think I rolled for the wrong one. It moved.
Well, that's me rolling for
okay.
everybody else. So there we go.
And then, do you want me to roll for my initiative? Because I've got advantage on initiative.
You got advantage, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't seem to make it.
Yeah,
with advantage.
Yeah, I haven't found a way to make that work in here, so I apologize.
Yeah, so I got a 18.
All right, and then is that with the?
That's with my initiative advantage.
Okay.
With my initiative plus.
I will take that. Do I get a dexterity bonus to that, or?
That should be baked in.
Well, no, because I just rolled 2d20, keep the highest.
Oh, I got you.
So it's 15, and then I'll do a dexterity plus 6, so it's 21.
Okay. All right, and Leonora, you haven't rolled yet.
I tried. Oh, there it goes.
Should be everybody then.
There it goes.
All right, so Oswin, you've got initiative.
Hey. We will charge the number 6.
Okay.
And take a nice chunk out of him.
Right.
Nice, 24.
Yeah, you definitely
he
will.
Yeah, he will.
Go
Get
ahead and roll damage.
Oh, wait, so that was plus 6. Was that an 18?
I
Okay,
think.
that's a critical for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it sure was. All right, so double damage.
6. Oh wait, 10 total.
10. Okay.
I guess that would be it.
All right. So what is the move that you're doing?
I'm not necessarily dueling. I'm just attacking.
Yeah, but what's the move? How are you attacking?
Oh, I'm golf swinging him between his legs and like trying to slice him in half.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. So you come straight up through the gooch, and
Here's the gooch.
you split him up to his sternum,
Nice.
and he is dead.
He's like a clothespin.
Just sternum.
Like a clothespin.
Just out of curiosity, do those other thieves have to roll for being frightened out of their goddamn minds at that point?
They might, yeah. Oswin, do you have another attack in you?
I don't think so.
All right.
So, no. Where would I find that if I did?
Well, you would. I think at level 5, you get another one, but you do have an offhand attack that you can do if you like.
Yeah. Can I? I guess can I move here and butt number whatever he is?
What number?
Butt number.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, nope. That's a nope. All right. Let's see. I didn't start the combat. Let's start the combat and then go to our next guy, which is actually one of the thieves. Oh, it's Alexi.
Oh, good.
That douchebag.
All right. He goes over to Madalena and is actually going to attempt to grapple you again with the intent of putting his knife up to your neck.
Okay.
You got a 19, and so you need to roll a strength as well, under either strength or athletics.
Okay. No problem with doing that. Just as a question, would I make sure I'm phrasing this the right way. Would I be able to use like a reaction to him doing that because what I'd like to do if I can,
could make it a 9.
I could do that. Debating if I want to save that though. I was thinking what I want to do is use a reaction to it and try to use my 1 feet to become a beacon of warning, where he and the others who see me have to make that check or they can't approach me. But that 9's a good idea too.
I don't know that you can do that as a reaction.
I'm gonna make the 9 then.
Okay.
He got a 9 instead.
All right, so it will be an 11 with his bonus.
Mm-hmm. And then I got to do my strength check, you said?
Yep.
Okay, let me pull my thing back up here. Details, there we go. There's no advantage or disadvantage on this, right?
Nope.
Okay, just making sure. Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So he gets up, he tries to grab a hold of you, and you wrest yourself away from him. So you can move just a little bit so he does not have a hold of you. And he says, "Stop running from me, girl."
Oh, he's 3, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I kind of push myself kind of diagonally-ish away from him where I'm not backing into 4 there. Give myself a square space at least.
All right, so Silvestro.
Okay. What I'd like to do is to run along these tables here and launch myself at him with yelling with my flaming sword. Which puts me right there. Boom. And I have advantage. Wait, no, he has act, so I don't have advantage on him.
Yeah, he has acted.
He has acted. But would you consider that since I am I jumped towards him? Do I get the
Aerial attack, yeah.
aerial attack? Gotcha. Okay. Does he
So-
see me?
No.
Okay.
He's got his attention on Madalena.
Gotcha. Then I do have advantage on him.
This is my favorite part. This is the part where 900 dice hit the screen at one point.
Only if I hit him.
What do you get advantage for?
Air assassination.
Air assassination.
If they do not know I'm coming, I get advantage on that.
13 just hits.
Okay.
I'll do it.
So that is get
Oh.
3d6 for sneak attack and 2 for vital strike.
Every time.
Yeah.
Never gets old.
Make it nice.
So you come in at him, and what's the move?
Obliteration.
Since she stepped away from him, I'm going towards the neck.
Okay, all right. So you come in
Obliteration.
with the flaming sword and slice, catch him right across the neck, severing the head, and then searing the wound shut. So there's no blood that comes
Cauterize
out.
it.
But yeah, he is down.
I'll pick myself up and go. Did anyone else?
That goes to this thief, who is going to make a wisdom saving throw. Well, he's brave, but stupid. And he's with Oswin here at this moment, so he's not going to break away from Oswin. He's going to take a swipe at Oswin with his dagger. And got a 10. That misses, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Leonora.
All right. I'm going to basically just kind of run over this way, kind of parkour over this table and chair to get to here. I can get to there.
I think you got a move of 30.
Oh, right. Okay, so I get to about here.
I can get you.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
And when I get there, I yell out, "Ginocchio, you traitorous bastard! This is your last day." And take a shot with my hand crossbow.
Okay.
2.
17 hits.
Nice. Okay.
2.
Points.
All right, so you hit him with the crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right. So you nick him in the shoulder, and it draws his attention towards you. He hears your voice and then sees you. Now, are you wearing the mask?
Yeah, I saw the mask.
Okay. I'm going to have him roll a wisdom. All right. We'll see whether or not he actually recognizes you. Okay, so...
And then can I do the offhand attack with the whip since it's a distance?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do I just roll one-handed attack, I guess?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need an offhand option.
You just won't get any bonuses for it.
For the attack or the for
For the attack, right? Yeah. So that does not hit.
Okay. I just kind of crack it at him.
All right, making a wisdom throw for this thief. He's also
They're all
stupid.
brave and stupid.
Mm-hmm.
They want that smoke.
He pulls out a pair of daggers and just screams bloody murder and starts running at Silvestro. Let's see. I will avenge you.
Silvestro, let him avenge him a little. Let him like nick you or something.
Got a 14 to hit.
I have a question for you because
Yeah.
I just noticed something. My normal defense is 13, but then on the armored clothing, I've got a roll for armored saving throw +2.
Yeah,
What does
but
that mean?
that means when you drop to 0 health,
Okay.
when you're doing I forget what it's an armor saving throw, I think. So where is that? It is somewhere. I have to figure out how you do that because we haven't really gotten to that
But yeah,
point
so
just
a
yet.
14
but,
will hit.
but yeah, it doesn't add to your defense. Okay, so it does hit. Oh, that's an unarmed strike. Don't want to do that. We want to do that. And you got 5 points of damage there on you.
Look at him avenging.
Pardo.
And which thief was that just took out after him?
The one that's adjacent to you, so you're within striking distance.
Okay. Could I?
Oh, actually, no, you're not. You're across there. That was Madalena I was looking at there.
Could Pardo like gaze around the room real quick and like plan out like it's almost like he sees like fractions and lines floating around the room in his head and shoot his pistol to a way where it would ricochet and get that guy?
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I like that. Let's see what we can do here with that.
Captain America over here.
Or
Okay,
like a
let's-
beautiful mind.
Let's do this. I've never done
this
this
is gonna be-
before.
It's gonna be good.
Make a luck saving throw.
Okay.
I wondered what that was for.
Where is?
It's on your main sheet underneath hit dice.
Oh. It's like a Call of Cthulhu.
Oh.
This one over here.
Yep, I had the wrong thing.
Yeah, I was like, how is it a 6?
Yo!
Hey,
that-
Okay, yeah.
that seems pretty lucky.
Yep, that certainly will do it. So you can do that, and you're not going to do it at disadvantage. You'll roll it normal.
Okay. And that is. So I do the snap lock.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh no! I didn't reload from the last time I used it.
Oh, it's all right. No, that's fine. You can reload it.
okay.
I'm not going to let you not go in half cocked, so to speak.
You are
That's
drunk.
something you would have done at some point.
Okay. What do I click on?
All right, so looking at the inventory, you're on snap lock. There's the 1d6, that's your roll damage. Or I'm sorry, I apologize. You don't want to do that because we're making the attack. Oh, you didn't reload, so you got to reload. That's why. Okay,
Oh, okay.
now it's reloaded.
Okay.
And now you'll hit the +2 one-handed attack there.
There we go. And that is at normal.
Yes. Oh, that was going to be so cool.
That was hard to watch.
All right, so you did spot like kind of like this metal shade over one of the like chandelier like lanterns that's kind of over top of the table, and with the right angle, you thought maybe you would get it. You hit it, but it just went a little wide and hits the wall back over here.
But it hits Alexi, who's. I was like, oh, please.
He's just like, well, darn.
That guy's just taking an ass whipping.
All right, so Jinoquio, at this point, sees the massacre that is going on, and he thinks maybe retreat is the better part of valor. And he runs. Let me see if I can measure this out. Yeah, he's gonna take the shortest route, I do believe.
The fuck you will.
And he leaps up onto the table next to or behind Leonora and makes a dart for the back door, and actually does get one more step outside of it.
Does he have free running too?
Huh?
Does he have free running too?
He does.
Ah.
Yep.
Parkour.
And he darts out the back door. Madalena, it comes to you.
Okay, now when you say he darts out the back door, is the door open? Is he like in the doorway where he is visible at this point, or is he outside?
He is barely within your vision.
Fantastic. Can I think I can here with knowing what it is going on that I mean Silvestro is going to handle himself, and so is Oswin. Can I run my 30 feet I think we've got here? Where's my measuring stick? There we go. Whoop. There it is. 30
Everybody's
feet.
measuring.
Yeah, everybody's like, how far can we get here? There she is. Okay. So if I can get there, and then because I've got the knife, what is it? It's not jack of all trades. What is that called? Knife throwing. It's just knife throwing. It allows me to do the knife throw, but with no disadvantage on it. It's just at normal. So I want to do that, but am I able to do that and use a feature in the same turn, or are both of those an action?
What's the feature?
The feature is the one where I can doom him, so it would actually it also gives I can select one, but the one I would select is it gives advantage against any attacks against him. So it would take me from normal to advantage on my knife throw.
Which one is that? That's the...
Oh, that's actually the one one I haven't used yet because I forgot I had it, but it's the Moth Servant. It allows me to doom someone, or
Gotcha.
I can also do the Beacon of Warning thing, which I was going to do, but now that this guy's running away, I'm going to...
Gotcha. No, you can't. That's an action for you.
It is an
to
action.
Do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we'll just stick with the normal knife throw then. Small knife. And the idea here, I mean, I'm not calling my shot, but the idea is to catch him in like the back and at least get him bleeding, where if we can, follow something if we can't keep up with him.
Gotcha.
Not offhand. It's one-handed. Wait. Whoa.
That was me.
Oh, okay. I was like, how'd that happen? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing. That's why. All right. There we go.
And as you're separating yourself, the thief takes a swipe at you with attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And I think, what's your defense?
12. He'll get me with that.
So he hits with that. And does 2 points of damage, or 4 points of damage there.
Got it. Okay. And then I hit a 14 on my one-handed attack. Throwing the knife.
14 to him.
And
And you throw the knife as he's going out the door, and it just sticks in the side of the door frame.
Damn it! Damn it!
Just missed him.
Ass little bastard. Oh, I thought I
yeah,
had
you
him.
did. You literally just missed him.
Oh,
He's got a defense of 15.
Sweeney thought I had him. No, I had him.
All right, comes back to one of the thieves. That's this guy right here. Let's see how dumb he is.
Oh, I almost took myself 2 4 points. There we go.
Also stupid.
Man,
Oh
these
wait,
guys.
which one is that? Oh, it's this one. Okay, all right. So he's going to step in and come around to the other side of Salvestro, trying to bar him in and getting advantage on his attack. Got a 23 to hit. I think that hits.
Yep.
And 2 more points of damage to you with a knife. And then our last little thief. Also stupid. Let's see, how close is he? Yeah, he can get over there, maybe 20. Yep, he can do it without getting up on the table. He comes over to Leonora and takes a swipe with his knife. Ooh, 21 to hit.
Absolutely will.
And 3 points of damage. Nope, 5, sorry. I keep forgetting to add there too.
Yep.
And then we come back around to Oswin.
Okay. He is going to use his bonus action to get 30. And then he's going to dash as his action. Should be able to get right to him.
Okay.
So that if he moves again, I'll get an opportunity attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal.
Okay.
So I'm going to move to that. And I guess the other guy will
He takes a swipe at you as you go and misses.
okay.
Nice. Good job, Oswin.
And I believe that would be it.
All right. Silvestro.
Just because the core rulebook is causing me some problems right now. When I disengage and run, do they still get the opportunity attack?
I don't disengage as an action. I think you don't.
Yeah,
you
it's
don't.
an action.
If it's an action, then if you take the action to disengage, then no, they don't get
Right.
the attack of
Gotcha.
opportunity.
Okay. Gotcha. Because I will disengage then. And as a bonus action, dash after Genoquio.
Okay. Yep, that'll get you to the door.
So they didn't get opportunity attacks, or they?
He took the action to disengage,
Okay.
so no opportunity attack there, and then he took a bonus action to get the dash.
But he moved 60, so I thought that was just the 30, unless you got 60 movement.
It's 30 is your
Yeah,
basic movement.
But he used his action to
Oh, yeah.
disengage.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So he just
Yeah.
moves 30.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Yep, that would be right.
That's okay.
I was thinking that was all a part
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. So that would be this guy, right? Okay. It's this one. This guy is going to run over in the direction of Madalena and Salvestro and take a swipe at Salvestro.
Wouldn't do that if I were you.
No, probably not a good idea. He hits though.
Yes, that's it.
And does 3 points of damage.
Just gonna piss him off.
Yep.
No, don't know what you mean.
Leonora.
Something about that flaming sword being stuck up his butt.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm totally going to ignore this guy who came up at me all hostile. So he'll get like the attack of opportunity. But I'm gonna go here. And I'm gonna try to.
He missed.
Good. I'm gonna try to whip Ginocchio's legs to trip him up.
Okay. Did Dragon just freeze?
I can't tell.
He's
I
not
think
moving.
so.
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna roll for him since I know what he's wanting to do. All right, so the whip, the cool
Say,
whip.
whip.
Yep, he's gone now.
Yep,
Oh,
this is terrible timing, wasn't it? 14 and does not meet his defense. I don't think. I think he's 15 if I remember right. Yep, 15. All right, so that is a miss. We go to this thief, who at this point, I think now that Silvestro has run away, I'm going to give him another wisdom. And he got a 5, so this time he's going to be like, yep, nope, fuck it, I'm out.
Toodles.
more power to him.
Pardo.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Pay me enough for this.
Pardo is to go back to the bar. Is that an action?
Well, it kind of depends.
Well, I was gonna shuffle back there so I could like duck a bit, give myself some safety, and reload my pistol.
Okay, you could actually get behind this little shelf right here.
Okay.
And do that in a move.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he's gonna tuck himself into some safety and get that pistol reloaded.
All right. And then we go to Ginocchio. He is going to continue to run, so you do get an attack of opportunity, Oswald.
All right.
All right. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right. I did end up rolling for you. I rolled better than what you actually did when you when you rolled and you still didn't hit him.
Oh, dude.
Oh, so close. 14 to hit.
14 to hit is a miss.
Yep.
And then he takes his dash action, which I gotta look and see really how far he can go. Okay, so let me ask you this, rules boy.
Oh, okay.
You can take a dash as an action, correct?
Mhm. Yeah, normally.
Okay. So that adds an extra 30 onto your movement, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So he has quickness, which allows him to take the dash or disengage as a bonus action as well. So does that give him another 30?
Well, he takes the disengage if he wants to do it. Well, he already just ran from me, so he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
I missed, so he can he take a dash as a bonus action?
Yes.
So he would take an action as a dash.
And then a bonus action to dash again.
No, then his regular 30 movement. So he has 2 dashes and a movement. So I was incorrect for Clint's movement. because he has the 30 feet and the dash. He should have been able to move 60. So I fucked that up.
I'll just move myself down there then.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry about that. I forgot that we always get 30 feet no matter what.
Okay. All right. So
He can move 90.
he can move 90.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So he dashes down the side of the building and then vaults up on top of a shed, and then begins to kind of shimmy up the wall and kind of up to the roof of the building on the opposite side.
Silvestro! I'm not a climber.
I have a plan.
Madalena.
Well, since I am now left alone with a couple of these bastards, I'm gonna have to engage one of them. Or no, actually, no. I'm gonna use the feat where I become a portent of warning, so they won't be able to approach me. Which let's make sure I know how that works. It is, yeah, beacon of warning. So the ones in the room have to make a wisdom saving throw with the DC equal to 8 plus my wisdom modifier plus proficiency. So, or be frightened until the end of my next turn. My wisdom modifiers plus 1. So it'd be 11,
So
I
11.
think. Yeah,
Okay.
they all got to hit 11.
Okay.
Or be scared till the next turn.
Nope, he doesn't make it.
And then they also can't approach me at that point.
Can they attack?
No. I mean, they can't make any movement toward me. I don't know if you count an attack. I mean, depends on the attack, I guess. Like, if it was a gun, I would think it'd be fine. But if they're, like, having to lunge at me with something, I would say that's moving toward me.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't move physically toward me because of their scaredness.
But you're moving away from this guy, right? That's the plan?
Yeah, I would at least take one step backward. Yeah, let me see if there's a limit on distance here. Hold on a second, see. Be frightened. Enemies frightened in this way cannot willingly move closer to you, and then I just can't use it again until I've completed a short or long rest. So no, it doesn't say anything about distance or anything.
Okay,
But
so
yeah,
I think an
just-
attack of opportunity still would be in effect. But
Okay,
if you want to take, well, you can't take the disengage action because you've made an action.
Okay, so I would have to disengage him to do that. All right, then yeah. I mean, I'll just kind of stay there then, so he doesn't get the attack of opportunity. But yeah, they can't. Anybody that can see me that failed it can't come closer to me.
Okay.
1 and 5 did 4 roll?
Don't you have quickness?
Me? No, I don't think so.
Thought you did for some reason.
No,
Okay. So if you
not
have
that
quickness,
so.
you can do dash or disengage as a bonus.
no.
Yeah, I didn't roll for that guy.
Nice.
Okay, all right.
They're all scared of you.
Yeah, these are all terrified of me.
All right, so the thief over here backs out of the room. He gets out of there. The other one on the other side of the room over here, I think is also going to run. He's getting out.
Bye, y'all.
Can't let them all get away. We need somebody.
And just to kind of, since we're running over time, the one that is next to you slowly now does start to back away. So he moves away from you as you go. You're welcome to do an attack of opportunity if you want to do that.
Okay, I will unless I can I mean, since he can't move closer to me,
Mhm.
can I move closer to him to force him like a weird like the I'm not touching you rule where I keep going back, so he's got to keep going back. Because
Yeah, he's definitely gonna go. Yeah,
Good,
he's
cool. Then
he's
I'll just do
getting out of
that.
your range. Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
like bye with the knife until he's gone.
yeah.
We need somebody.
And I think right now we'll probably call it for tonight because now we're going into a chase sequence.
Fucking hate that it's got to be 2 weeks, but I guess I'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right, we'll see
Yep.
you then. Good game tonight,
Great, guys.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Later.
Good night, everybody.